Yes, we're back. This is Boris and Patrick drinking cocktails. Yes, and we have a new guest, of course. It's Natalie from Starcom, but you know everything about
Samsung.
yes. So, how's your Korean?
Pretty poor. I wish I could say that in Korean. That would be, next time I will know how to say that. I'm in the my role is US focused, to be clear. So it's okay that my Korean is not very good.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, it's okay.
It's excusable.
And what do you do for Starcom at Samsung?
Okay, so I've started a new group as of about a month ago, which is wow. This fluff is very it's close to my mouth.
It's a fluffer.
So I've started a new group called Futures, and the job description, as the CMO put it to me, is to explore uncharted waters. So to focus on everything outside of business as usual, outside of the day-to-day, to identify new opportunities, to drive the brand forward, get more consumers loving the brand, and ultimately converting to sales.
Okay, you're on the right spot. Cheers. Having cocktails. Where's your cocktail, Boris? Oh my God. Yes, cheers.
Listening, I was intrigued.
There we go. Boris has a question as well.
I do. Because one of the things you told me that Samsung is doing a lot more than we know. When we think about Samsung, it's just phones or something or gadgets, but there's more.
Absolutely. So part of my role is just sort of like scouting out, like, well, what does Samsung do? Kind of like prodding and poking around and all that. And one of the things that I've discovered is, well, first of all, they have a fashion division. I was like, wow, that's kind of amazing. And through discovering these things, I'm like, well, why? How? You realize that Samsung is a massive, massive company. And in the 1940s, invested in all kinds of lines of business in Korea. And Samsung Fashion essentially is the backbone to a lot of the business of fashion industry in Korea. And so, for example,
Move in.
move in. Woo! They don't have a merchandising model in Korea. So Samsung is in the business of providing and supplying everything other than retail space when it comes to fashion. So they're essentially the sponsors of all of these Korean designers. Not only Korean designers, but international designers in Korea rely on them for distribution, marketing, merchandising, all of that kind of stuff. And now, because they, obviously Korea is relatively limited in terms of the global population, they are looking to grow the exposure of these Korean designers in the US. So that's one of the things I've discovered. That's another asset to work with when we think about what Samsung in the US can deliver to consumers. Another thing that I've discovered, which seems kind of immediately and obviously actionable, is that that Samsung on their B2B side of the business has developed something called the connected pop-up, which is essentially, so the reason I started talking about your studio being very opportunistic, I was like, ooh, took a little look around. I was like, this could be a Samsung connected pop-up where they would be able to provide you with this infrastructure with all the tech enabled, and all you do is show up and you don't have Logitech cameras that fall over. Everything is sturdy, solid, it works. They erect it for you and then they take it down for you.
This is all very nice criticism, but this hasn't launched yet, right?
It's launching as we speak. The connected pop-up solution on the business-to-business side of things is launching as we speak, and it just seems like a great opportunity for Samsung's consumer side of the business as well.
But can we claim that we beat them to market?
I think that's sort of the early alpha ramshackle version of it.
But still.
Yeah, you've got the kind of right idea. That's good. You have the need. Yes. You have the need, which is brilliant because we have the solution.
I found out something about Samsung. Did you know that Samsung built the Eiffel Tower?
No, I did not know that.
It's also not true, but they did build the Burj Khalifa.
Oh, okay.
And you didn't know that?
No. What else don't I know about that?
You don't know.
No.
I think there are over 62 business units at Samsung.
Probably.
No, it is. They really. I found out that they built Burj Khalifa.
It surprise me in the slightest. Yeah, they are massive, and I think the potential. I'm so excited about my role because there is so much potential there, and so it's just about identifying the opportunities and the assets that we can bring to be strategically aligned with what Samsung is doing, which is championing creators. So people who do what they can't. So
Creators.
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 Okay, that's good enough.
Good enough?
Um,
Okay.
yeah, we need to keep the answer short.
Okay, fine. Done.
Short answer.
Alright.
But we have some tough questions for you.
Yeah, but first, before we go to the cards, because we have cards
Yeah.
with unexpected questions, but first I just want to know on a scale from 1 to 10, if you talk about Apple within Samsung, like from 1 to 10, is that like, oh, that's fine? Or they're like, what? Don't mention that name here?
No comment.
Oh, that's
I'd say
no,
a
that's
5.
fine. No, that's fine. If you if you don't have a comment, you need to drink.
You need to drink.
That's fine. I can imagine no comment because
Drink your own drink when you have no comment. Fine.
so drink. I have. I suppose you're having a Samsung phone.
I certainly do. I've got the S8, a very proud owner of the S8.
Perfect. So what's the most embarrassing app on your phone?
Most embarrassing. One of those like sort of Korean kind of like selfie apps that make you look really pretty. Maybe. It's quite embarrassing. That's quite genuinely embarrassing. No?
I don't think you need it.
Oh my God!
That's awful.
Well, actually, no.
But-
So, interestingly, a little plug for the S8. So, when you take a selfie on the S8, it's related. So, if you take a selfie on the S8, it naturally puts this like pretty kind of Korean filter on it. So, you don't even need one of those apps. You just automatically like look like that.
You always look pretty.
That's right.
All right, time for a
Perfect.
random
Yeah.
question.
Random question. There we go.
We have random cards here. Questions, random questions.
Read it.
What is the very best thing that happened to you or your company last year? Okay, so I wasn't working at my company last year, but I did exist last year. Damn it! No, I didn't. Next.
Next, all right. New card.
New card. That'll be a good one.
Oh God, what is going to happen in the next 4 years that's going to change our world? Oh, really? Okay.
Really?
So I think within the realm of what we're talking about and what I do, sorry, this is really disturbing. in the realm of what I do, I think what is very, very exciting about technology is that it's all in service of a human experience. So instead of having phones just like in front of our faces where we miss out on reality, what's going to happen is phones are going to be on our pockets. They're going to be our supercomputers that are powering sensors, like little earpieces that you have in your ears that help tune your reality to your liking, that help you enjoy the human experience that you're in, whether that be a concert, whether that be like the noise on the subway, whether that be just the way you like to listen to your music, whether that be the fact you don't like heavy breathing and you're sitting next to someone on the plane who's heavy breathing. You can tune your reality to your liking. And I think that's the most exciting thing that's going to be happening when it comes to technology and consumers in the next 4 years.
Yeah, cool. And is this the Samsung Beta?
This is, yeah, it's whatever you want it to be.
All right,
This is
we're gonna
Samsung
do another
Beta, yeah.
random question.
Random question.
And now I need a number below 10.
4.
4. All right, hold
Is
up
that
my
your lucky number?
Hold up my hands.
Yeah, so I can put the cards in.
Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4. Random cards. Picked by me.
Last week?
Last week. Awesome answer.
What was the question?
When was the last time you did drugs?
Last week.
Don't
Well-
say it again.
No, no.
You, that's you. Oh, last
No,
week.
no. Interesting. Was it alcohol or something else?
No comment. I mean, really?
That's better.
No comment is fine, but you have to drink.
Fine.
Those are the rules.
Those are the rules.
Yeah, we have to stick to the rules.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
All right. Last question. We're in Ken. What is the thing you look forward to the most? Is there a speaker? Is there a party? Anything we need to know about?
Can I instead tell you the best thing that happened to me last year at Cannes? And then
Totally.
after Cannes this year, I'll tell you what that was, because I think it's all TBD, right? So I got that question from friends and people at work last year. So what's the best thing, your best memory from Cannes? I'm like work-related or socially related, like just the number one best thing.
Are we back on the drugs now?
No. And I caught a drone from a swimming pool.
All right, you gotta explain this in detail.
Bought a drone from a swimming pool. In fact, at the pool party you're coming to tomorrow, right? That pool party last year, I was in the pool dancing around after I did a panel, you know, like really having fun.
What kind of drugs is a panel?
You know, like intellectual type ones, you know. And our villa had a drone, and the drone was coming down to basically, you know, capture what was going on in the pool. And I'm quite sporty. I used to play netball at quite a high level, and I love catching things. So basically, I leapt up and I caught the leg or the arm of the drone, and I was like hanging onto it like this, and everyone was screaming, and I was like, they're cheering me on. And in fact, they were like, let it go, that could kill you. And so I finally let it go, and then they told me it could have killed me. So yeah, that's my favorite story from Cannes last year. So the one for this year is TBD.
Awesome story, and please be careful next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.